Hello, hello. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. It's another gorgeous day out. So I wanted to jump on and chat with you guys and talk to you guys about ditching the struggle and what you can do. There's one thing that you can do to create your results. All right, so right now, maybe you might be in a place where you're struggling, and it could be maybe you're struggling with your emotions during this time in shelter in place. Maybe you're struggling with creating the results that you want. You have a goal and you are struggling to create that goal, struggling to make that result happen, or it feels like the result or creating the result is so far away. Maybe you're struggling with just feeling good or struggling with being effective and being efficient. Maybe you're struggling with time. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, we want to ditch that struggle. And when you can ditch that struggle, you can get to your results faster. So I want to teach you this one tip on how you can do that. And it's truly super simple, and it's something that you can implement right now. And what I want to share with you guys is to create your results, to create better results, to change and ditch the struggle. You've got to change your thinking. Okay. And to create better results, you've got to create better thinking. Like right there. If you take anything away from my chat with you today, it's going to be this: create better thinking and you create better results. And when I talk about better thinking, I'm talking about like high quality thoughts. And I'm always going to tie it to your mindset, because ultimately when you guys master your mindset, right, when you leverage your brain, which is your greatest asset, to thinking the thoughts that are going to move you closer and are going to serve you, you get to where it is that you want to get to. You get to create whatever it is that you want to create. You get to create the life of your dreams. You get to create every day with ease. And it all starts with your thoughts. And so when you have better thoughts, you have better results. And I like to equate it to like high quality thoughts are going to give you high quality results. Cheap thoughts are going to give you cheap results. $0 thoughts are going to get you nowhere. But $100 thoughts are high ticket value items, right? And when I use, love the idea of using like this idea of money to like equate a thought, right? Like you could have a $0 thought, has zero value. It's not going to help you. And when you have $0, like that hurts you, right? When you have zero money, you can't do anything. You can't, whatever it is that you want to purchase, if you want an experience, if you want to invest in yourself, when you have $0, you can't do any of that. But when you create thoughts that are $100 thoughts, those thoughts can actually help you create money. But thoughts are actually valuable, because when you have a thought that is valuable, it can help you create the results you want, and whatever the results you want could be worth that value. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples in a minute, but I want to share with you guys why creating better thoughts is the direction that you want to step into, why that part of mastering your mindset is so important. Because when you have those low quality thoughts, those cheap thoughts, those $0 thoughts, they don't inspire you. They don't create the energy in which you move from, right? Like when you are in that place of $0 thoughts, you are probably in confusion. You're probably in overwhelm. You're probably thinking you have self-doubt. You are probably in limited beliefs. You probably are creating and generating stories that do not serve you, but they feel so real, right? Those are $0 thoughts. They just take up mental space, and then they draw energy from you, and they don't inspire you to take action. But when you have high quality $100 thoughts that are so valuable, you create lots of energy that is going to inspire you, energy that is going to move you into action, energy that helps you think like somebody who is going to do the thing that's going to move them forward, right? When you have that energy, when you have that, and I don't really want to put the word positive energy, because you can work from neutral energy, but it's just more like effective energy where you take action from, right? So when you have those high quality thoughts, you create the energy, and that energy propels you and just inspires you, motivates you to take action. And when you are taking the action that moves you forward, right, then you create those results. And that's why I bring it back to have better thoughts, create better thoughts, you will create better results. Always comes back to that. So I wrote some of this down because I didn't want to, one, squirrel and go off on a tangent, but two, I really wanted to give you some examples of how to create that, some tips on how to create better thoughts, and then some examples. So I have 2 tips on how to create better thoughts, to create your results, to get out of struggle, to ditch the overwhelm, to ditch the limiting beliefs, to ditch the stories in your head that aren't serving you, to create new ones. So number 1, to create better thoughts, I want you to do a thought download. And that's just super fancy for saying write down all your thoughts. So you can do it one of 2 ways. Number 1, you can just after this, this video, then you can write down all of your thoughts. Just write them down, okay? Or you could decide what it is that your goal is, like something that you have in mind that you are working towards, and then you can write all of your thoughts about the goal, okay, about this thing that you're trying to achieve. So once you write down your thoughts, number 1, don't overthink it. Just write them all down, whatever comes to your mind, right? And let's just say at the end of you doing your thought download, you're going to evaluate your thoughts, and you're going to look at and identify, right? Like you've just collected data. The data is your thoughts. And so you get to decide which thoughts are the ones that serve me and which ones don't serve me, right? Which are the thoughts that are the $100 thoughts and what are the $0 thoughts. So collect your data, and then maybe at the end you have 15 high quality thoughts. And these thoughts are like the $100 thoughts. That's $1,500 worth of thoughts right there. And then you have 5 $0 thoughts, right? If you are in this place of you having $1,500 thoughts about your goal, then you should be in the place where you are moving towards achieving your goal. And it probably feels pretty good, or it feels like you're moving, right? Like you're moving in the right direction. But if you have 15 high quality thoughts, but you're still not in that place of achieving your results, you have to be really honest and be curious with the thoughts that you wrote down. Truly, do you believe in those thoughts that you wrote down? Or are you really just wanting to believe those thoughts? Because you want to have those thoughts, but you truly don't have those thoughts. Because if you want those thoughts, right, that's one thing. But if you really believe those thoughts that you have, then you would be taking action. Because you could want these thoughts, but have fear behind those thoughts and not take action. So then it's a bit of an illusion, because you think, oh, I have 15 high quality thoughts. Why am I not achieving my results? Well, maybe you're not achieving your results because truly maybe those thoughts aren't very honest at this moment. There could be some fear behind those thoughts, and you've got to do a new thought download and really get clear on what your thoughts are at this moment. Okay. And then, so then here's another, then I want you to look at your thoughts. What if you had 15 low quality $0 thoughts and only 5 that are high quality, right? Right there, that data is saying this is why you're not achieving your results. This is why you don't have the results that you want. Or this is why it feels like you're just inching towards your results. So my second tip for you to create better thoughts, after you wrote down your thoughts and then evaluated them, you are going to replace all of your low quality $0 thoughts with the $100 thoughts. And that's going to take some time and some effort to really think about, what are those thoughts? So I'm going to give you guys some examples. And I always take it back to fitness and health. Because because it's the easiest, and I think everybody can relate to that. But let's just say your goal is to lose 20 pounds and be in the best shape of your life, right? That is the ultimate result that you want. That's your ultimate goal. And you take down your thoughts about it, and you realize that you only have 5 thoughts that serve you, right? So then you've got to replace 15 of those thoughts. So those thoughts that the thoughts that aren't serving you could be like, this is hard, I don't have time, or I'm not motivated, right? So you take those thoughts and you replace them. And you have to really get honest with yourself and think about, how committed are you to really reach this goal? Because if you are really committed to achieving this goal, then you are going to write down the thoughts of what you think, right? What you believe you can do or you can achieve, especially with this goal of wanting to lose 20 pounds and being in the best shape of your life, right? So going from this is hard to I can do this. Number 1, right? That could be a thought. Number 2 could be like, I can exercise 5 times a week. And then maybe the next thought is, I can walk. Maybe that exercise is, I walk 5 times a week. And then, these thoughts will evolve over time. A thought could be, I will eat 4 healthy meals. Well, let's just say I will eat healthy every single meal, and have, you have to figure out what works for you, right? Like maybe I will have a cheat snack, or maybe I will have a snack that maybe isn't the healthiest, but it makes me feel good, and I'm okay with having, like, let's just say you love chocolate. So then it becomes, I can have a piece of dark chocolate, right? So you are creating these thoughts that you really can get behind, and that will actually motivate you and inspire you and will lead you to take action. Okay. It does not have to be like, this process doesn't have to be difficult. So you can also have the high quality thoughts about this process. Like doing a thought download is easy. Doing a thought download will only take me 10 minutes. Analyzing and evaluating my data in my thought download will only take me a minute. Coming up with new thoughts that I can truly believe in is easy, is simple. I can do this, right? So it's all about creating these high quality $100 thoughts that move you forward. Because when you sit in your low quality $0 thoughts, you create more of them, right? You just sit in it, and it really, all you do is it's like cycles into just more of that, right? So the more you allow yourself to sit in those low quality thoughts, the more you create those low quality thoughts, and then the further you get from your results, the further you get from taking action to create the results. Okay, so that step 2 is replacing all of those low quality thoughts from your thought download and replace it with those high quality $100 thoughts, right? And think about them. Like really decide, am I making $100 thoughts? Because let's look at the result. If the result is you do lose 20 pounds and you do get into the best shape of your life, was it worth, right? Like if you had to create $1,500 worth of thoughts, was it worth $1,500? Would you have been willing to part with $1,500 to lose 20 pounds and be in the best shape of your life? I know I would. Heck yeah, right? Like if that's where I was in my life and I needed to do that, then like that seems super reasonable, and that seems like no brainer. Like it is totally worth that $1,500, whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? Like if you want to, if your goal is to be in a relationship, what's the value of that? Like doing all the things, creating these thoughts so that you lean into them, that you breathe life into them, that you take the action on them. And if you, in the end, when you have these thoughts and you take the action, and then you are in this loving relationship, the relationship of your dreams, would that have been worth $1,500, right? If you struggle with managing your time and you always feel like you have zero time for yourself, or that you are barely staying afloat, but creating new thoughts, taking new actions, and all of a sudden you find that I have time to myself. Would that have been worth $1,500? I mean, all of that to me is a heck yes. So when you create better thoughts, you will create the results that you want. And this is the work that I do with my clients. This is mastering the mindset to create the results that you desire, to create that up-leveled life that you want to live. And my friends, I want to share with you guys this. If this is something that you want to do, like if you want to do this work, if you really are committed to achieving a result, a goal, or getting out of struggle, getting out of mind drama, getting out of overwhelm, and you want to ditch all of the emotional struggle that you have right now, let's do this work together. You don't have to do this alone, and we can work on this, creating this plan of how we can get you to where you want to go in 6 months, right? Like we can sit down, have a conversation, and I'm offering this to you to jump on a free call with me so we can do this work together so that in 6 months, your life is going to look 100% different than how it looks right now, because you will be at your result that you want, that you have been working on creating, that you haven't been able to create for yourself yet, okay? So leave me a message, send me a message, drop a comment, let me know if you want to schedule a call. The call is free, and then from there, we can decide what the next steps are. But in the meantime, you guys, if you are catching this on the replay, please drop me some comments. Please leave me a message below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to know what it is that you are working towards. I would love to know what $100 $100 thoughts that you are creating to get closer to your results. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.